Aloha, everyone. I'm Mark. I am the Casual Exile. Hey, today, we're talking about damage in Path of Exile 2. Why it can feel like you're hitting enemies with a wet noodle early on, and straightforward ways to make your hits stronger without any complicated math or spreadsheets. This is for folks just starting out who just want to know, is this drop better? And how to hit harder naturally. Keep this simple rule in mind today. Upgrade your skill gems, chase good base damage weapons and plus levels, then layer on strong multipliers like more damage and runes. Focus on the big levers first, and you'll feel the difference fast. Here's the easiest test. Hover your main skill on the bar or in the menu. Look at the average damage or DPS number. Equip the new item and hover again. If the number went up noticeably, it's probably better. That's your no spreadsheet guide. First and easiest thing, upgrade your main skill gems. Higher level skill gems have higher base damage and better effects. Socket a higher level uncut version of the same skill to level it up. Even one or two levels can make a noticeable difference. Check the tooltip. You'll usually see the damage numbers go up right away. So let's talk about the "is this better" test. Base damage is the foundation, the raw numbers before anything else boosts them. Attacks get most of their base from the weapon's inherent damage at the top of the tooltip. Spells get most of their base from the skill gem level. Your weapon is really more of a stat stick when you're a caster. One key thing to watch out for on drops, especially with runes, look for the word more. Because more mathematically multiplies your total damage, this is one of the absolute highest priority lines of text that you can get. Grab it whenever you see it. For attack builds, prioritize weapons with high inherent base damage numbers at the top. Axes, maces, spears, bows, you name it. Higher item level weapons usually have stronger base damage. When reading the tooltip, you want to look for these specific lines of text. Plus levels to attacks, melee, or projectiles. Percent more damage. Percent increased physical or weapon damage. Adds X to Y damage of any type. Attack speed and accuracy are also really good to have. And look out for rune sockets. Good runes can add flat damage or powerful more multipliers. For casters, your focus shifts entirely to plus levels to spells and spell stats. Look for these lines of text on your drops. +1, +2 to all level of spells. This is your absolute best upgrade. Your second best upgrade is +1 to +2 of a specific elemental type. That means lightning, cold, fire, or chaos. Make sure it's aligned with what you are allocating in your passive tree. It makes no sense if you have a +2 lightning, but then aren't doing any lightning spells. Percent more damage. Percent increased spell or elemental damage, again, aligned with the type that you're using, or flat added damage of any type. Now, for armor, damage is really secondary. Get your life and resistances up there first. But for rings and amulets, this is a prime spot for damage upgrades. Keep an eye out for +1 to level of all skills, flat added damage, or percent increased damage to your specific element. Since we are playing in the zero point 0.5 Runes of Aldur update, I do want to give you 3 super easy ways to use the League mechanic to hit harder right now. As you explore, you'll find Ezomite remnants. Do them. They drop three things that will fix your damage instantly. One, augment runes. If your gear has an empty socket, plug a rune into it. It's free real estate for flat damage, multipliers, or elemental damage. Just slot it in and enjoy the boost. Second, Verisium. If you found a really cool, unique weapon early on, but now it just feels soft, don't throw it away. You can use Verisium from those remnants to reforge low level unique weapons, giving them a massive bump in base damage so that they're usable again. And three, alloys. Crafting is scary, but alloys make it easy. They let you take an item and replace one random line of text with a guaranteed specific stat. It's a great, no stress way to force a damage upgrade onto a piece of armor. Now, percent increased damage is very common. You're going to see it on gear, support gems, and a lot in the passive tree. Now, because all of your increased bonuses add together in the early game, this feels great. But once you're around 100% total increased bonuses or more, you start getting diminishing returns. Bottom line, don't chase every single increased node on the passive tree. Focus on stronger things like more damage instead, or your defenses. Conversion turns one damage type into another. Stats like attacks gain as extra damage let you layer extra damage types on top without losing your main one. If you find an item or rune that does this, equip it and enjoy the massive bonus. But don't stress about trying to force a complicated build around it right now. It's just a great passive layer for you to have once your basic increased damage is already in a good spot. And don't forget, you can make the enemy take more damage too. Exposure lowers enemy resistance to your damage type. You can also find increased damage taken from shocks or curses, and penetration, which ignores part of their armor or magic resistances. These are incredible, especially against bosses. And now, a quick note on critical strikes. Crits give nice spikes, but focus on the basics we covered first. Crit is more of an advanced layer. We'll get there though, I promise. Also, don't try to stack everything at once. Prioritize. Skill gems, high base damage weapons, plus levels, and more damage. Use that simple hover tooltip test, and you'll know what's an upgrade. So that's it. That's damage 101. Keep it simple. Focus on the big levers first, and you'll be hitting harder in no time. Hey, I'd love to hear your comments. What's one thing that you've done lately that made you hit harder? What damage type are you running? Did this help? If you enjoy my content, please click on the subscribe button or follow me on X. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay casual, exiles.